Hi, brothers and sisters. I'd like to share with you the information that I received when I have awakened. And most of the questions that I have is really, I want answers to humanity's mystery. Who we are, where we come from, how everything started, where are we going? So I get these answers and I'd like to share with you. A long time ago, the 12 councils, the creators of the universe that have already gone through many universal games, being creator gods, they want to create their own universe. As these 12 gods gathered together, this is with Archangel Michael, they were faced with a challenge, what they are going to do in order for the spirits to continue to grow and evolve. I had made a video yesterday regarding on how our spirit existed and how the reptoids were created. So I hope you had watched that, so it gives you some information of my story here, how we were really created. So I don't have to explain that now. But these 12 councils put a call to the galaxy who wanted to participate in the game called Polarity Integration. Two groups came, the Carians and the Felines, 45 Felines and 45 Carians. These two groups already been through one polarity integration game. Oh, by the way, before we go there, I would like to, when I was awakened last year, I don't know how to tell this story because, people will think I'm losing my mind and it sounds so far-fetched that it is really unbelievable. However, I was led by my higher spirit to watch Nostradamus movie that was put together by the History Channel. And this is Nostradamus 2012 predictions. And when I watched that movie, I was so shocked and happy and relieved, and because the pictures that the movie had shown there were the answers to the mystery of humanity. I'm talking about the designs of the Gothic cathedral churches and Nostradamus paintings too. It tells so much story. I was so amazed, so that's why it's time for me to share the knowledge. So I printed some of these pictures and I would like to share with you because you know that what I'm telling here, it's up for you to discern if I'm telling the truth or not, but I would like to share the information that I received. Here, see that? The bird-like beings. Why the Masons created these designs in front of the Gothic cathedral churches in the front. These are the Carians. A long time ago, they look like a bird. Some of them look like the vultures or hummingbird or pterodactyl. These are the Carians. These are one of the 45 beings that volunteered for this polarity integration game. Now this is the answer why the Mason created these designs in front of the church. Now the next one is, sorry about that. Look, this is Nostradamus picture. Why, look at this bird with the body of a lion, and then at the end is the serpent tail. We do not know. We thought it was created from the creative mind. Now look at this. Why the Masons created these designs in front of the Gothic cathedral churches? A lion with a book. Why the lion was called the king of the jungle? Why the lion is holding a book? Because the felines, they're holding the book of knowledge. Look at this. The lion with wings. See that? Why the Masons designed this? The bull. The next picture. The bull with wings. They're holding a book. To tell you something. There, we term this bird man as an angel. We call them angels. Another angel, a female. Why the Gothic Cathedral Church created this image? Why? Look, what is that? A dragon with wings? In the end, look, the bird, the angel, we termed him angel. Look at that weird looking person. Look, the scale. Children? Why? Those designs holds the answers to the mystery of humanity. Let me continue to my story. So these two groups were given their own solar system. The Orion constellation the environment was fitted for reptilian beings. It was filled with swamps, humid environment. And the Lyra constellation were made like a paradise with streams, forests, oceans, beautiful. That was the first earth of the feline humans. These two groups were etheric, so they have to incarnate and become physical in order for them to start creating their races. I had made a video yesterday regarding to how the spirits were created and the reptoids, so I hope that will explain you on how these geneticists had created and multiplied the race. So as these two groups, the Carians and cross genetics, the reptiles that are in the swamp, that was created by the serpent. We called him serpent Lucifer. By the way, Lucifer was the angel of light and is very good in creating a third-dimensional things. He can make insects and reptiles, but not human beings. So the energy that the serpent can create is also a negative energy. So with the cross genetic of the reptiles, the lizard, and the strain from the bird, the Carians, it created a worker, Alpha Draconian. That is how the Alpha Draconian was created. They created new entity of Alpha Draconians. And the feline started to cross genetics too. And they created many felines and cross genetic, the strain of the bird woman, the bird race. As these two groups started to multiply their races, they are now ready for the polarity integration. So the Orion groups move closer to the Lyra constellation to start their game. They intermarry and created a royal bloodline. They agree that they will keep the pure strain of royal DNA. And these two groups, the feline group, they do not reincarnate in one time. Some of them remain in etheric form as their advisors. So as these two groups intermarry and create another form of the physical form of humans, they started to tinker that DNA from the bird and the felines and created a beautiful strain of being. The first one that I showed you, the bird people, we termed them as angels. That's how the first Adamic, I forgot to tell you. They also created the bipedal, the Homo erectus being. They have no consciousness, but it was created by the process of just genetic experiments. So with that strain from the Homo erectus, they crossed genetic that against their strain that was mixed with the felines and the Carians. And with many upgrading of the genetics, it created a beautiful being, the one I showed you, the bird people, and the bird woman, which if you had, I do not read the Bible before, but I was then, when I get this information, I I told myself to read the Bible to compare the information that I have. So in the Bible, I had read one paragraph there that says, the Elohim, the God, there really is not one God, it's the gods, created this bird woman, that was a bird woman, and told that woman to go to the world and multiply. That was the bird woman. By the way, the Jewish people called that entity Lilith. They name her Lilith. So now this Lilith, let's just call her Lilith, the Jewish people call her Lilith, married the serpent, or let's say mated the serpent. And that serpent, the hybrid of that serpent, was the royal bloodline of the Alpha Draconian. The one I showed you, this picture here. Oops, upside down, sorry. Okay, that's the Alpha Draconian. This is the Seeker, the royal bloodline of the Alpha Draconian. Bloodline from the serpent and that bird woman. That is why they are so royalty and so monarchy, because they claim that they are the gods, because their strain is pure. Now, let's go to the Elohim, the felines humans. The feline humans decided to create another human being that we called Adam. He was created from the dead cell of an animal and the plant. The plant, they called Adam in their language and their term Anu. Anu is Adam, or human. Anu was created. He has no digestive system. He has pituitary gland, adrenal glands. So Anu does not need to eat, only needs sunlight and water to survive. Anu has no consciousness. Then the Elohim created a partner for Adam that we call her Eve. Eve was created, and the serpent wanted a surrogate mother to find out how his offspring will look like from the human that was created by the Elohim. This is why the serpent tempted Eve. They said to eat the fruit. It's really the knowledge. The serpent gave Eve the consciousness, give Adam the consciousness to know the dark and the light. That's why the Bible said that now these two beings knows becoming like us, if you had read the Bible. So the energy or the consciousness that was given to Adam and Eve were from the dark energy. So this is why the Elohim had kicked him out of, which we call the Garden of Eden, because the serpent wanted a surrogate mother for his offspring, because the first offspring was that royal line of Alpha Draconian. So the egg, this word Jehovah come from. The first offspring from that Adam and the serpent, from Eve and the serpent, was Jehovah. Jehovah, if you're going to imagine how Jehovah looked like, is between the bloodline of that human and serpent. That will look like maybe closer to this creature. Where is it? This one? Jehovah. So they were kicked out.